Hi YouTube, I have some progress for you. First off, I made it possible for properties to contain other properties and added support for lists and maps. This was as simple as providing overloads for these types. I have also been working on resource management. Resources with 0 references will now be unloaded from memory. I've added hot reloading, meaning that when a file change is detected, the resource will be reloaded. This is especially useful for working with shaders. I've added a very simple scene management system. A scene is a resource that can be loaded from disk, which contains a list of scene objects. The user can create a scene instance from this resource, which will instantiate entities from the blueprints. The scene instance can also be destroyed. There is one limitation. Currently, the scene can only contain blueprints, but no property overrides, which is kind of a big deal. I'll figure that out soon. Also, it's worth noting that an entity does not need to be part of a scene. There's now a cube volume. This is just a 3D grid where each position can contain a cube, basically voxels. Each room in the game is going to have such a volume that make up floor, walls, and ceiling. I've started working on a room editor that will be accessible to the players. I'm not a good level designer, and I'm pretty sure players could make better levels than me. Because of this, players should be able to make their own rooms. I need to give the players the proper tools to make this possible. This room editor needs to trace rays through the volume and return overlapping cubes. There is an optimized way of doing this that steps along the ray, returning every cube coordinate. I investigated an existing technique for doing this, but it didn't turn out too good. Anyways, I stole some code from this, but made my own implementation. At first, it only worked when the ray origin was inside the grid. Then I realized it was pretty nice to control the placement by specifying a volume to add/remove cubes from, instead of adding every cube individually. First click specifies one corner of the volume, and the second click specifies the second corner, and will then fill or clear the volume. Then I added some plain intersect logic to detect rays that start outside of the grid. In this version, you drag with the mouse to specify the area that you want to fill or clear. Also, right click will fill, left click will clear, and the cursor is now locked to the viewport when editing. It's actually starting to feel pretty good. That's it for today. These are small steps, but at least it's in the right direction. Alright, see you around!